So today we have another NBA trade rumor video, and today we're going to talk about the former 4th overall pick, Aaron Gordon. If this is your first time here and you like NBA related content, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. So Aaron Gordon, he's been pretty disappointing so far in the season, averaging I think 13 or 14 points a game compared to last year where he's averaging around 18, 19 points a game. Jonathan Isaac's really been on the come up, and I feel like it's about time that they traded Aaron Gordon. They always had to eventually decide between Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac, and the steps that Jonathan Isaac is taking defensively are just seeming like way too good to trade. So unfortunately, Aaron Gordon might be the one to go, although it might be much better for him as a player. So let's just see what they have here. All right, why must be Gordon? Let's just skip that one. All right, target number 1. Oh, so this is a video with just 4 players that the Magic should target in return for Gordon. They don't really have any trade packages. Maybe they might, but let's just see. So target number 1, DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, this is a really popular one. The Magic lack scoring. They're bottom 5 or bottom 7, something like that in offensive points per game. So DeMar DeRozan really helps them out in that category. He can create his own shot. He can create for other players. He would definitely help out next to Fournier. Isaac can finally play power forward. The only one downside is that he has to play next to Markelle Fultz, and he's not as great of a shooter, and neither is DeMar DeRozan. So that backcourt shooting wise might be a little iffy, sus if anything. But DeMar DeRozan, his last year in Toronto, he did shoot pretty well from 3-point line. And then last year, or the 2 years in San Antonio, it just completely disappeared. Like, he improved his 3-point shot just to completely get rid of it all over again. But he showed that he's not a bad 3-point shooter when it's called upon. But Magic really just need him for the scoring. And in return, San Antonio gets a young, nice player in Aaron Gordon who just needs a change in scenery, in my opinion. So let's move on. Jrue Holiday. Yeah, again, this would just be an upgrade for their point guard slot. Maybe they'll play Jrue or Fournier at the small forward and shooting guard positions. But yeah, if the Magic do want to make a playoff push, Jrue Holiday gives them that defensive edge next to Jonathan Isaac that Aaron Gordon would not have been able to give them, or even Evan Fournier. They don't really have a lockdown perimeter defender other than Jonathan Isaac, and he's more of a help defender, getting blocks from the weak side, steals in passing lanes and stuff like that. But Jrue Holiday can play man, guard, and lock down the best perimeter threats out there. So this makes a lot of sense for Orlando. And again, the Pelicans, they get another young player in Aaron Gordon. I just don't see where Aaron Gordon would really fit in the Pelicans. They have Zion, Ingram. Yeah, I don't really see where Aaron Gordon would fit, unless they plan on playing Zion at center and Ingram at the small forward, Gordon at the 4, maybe. But then your tallest player on the court is Brandon Ingram at the small forward. So it's going to be a really weird lineup. But they're all like, I guess they could play positionless basketball. They also have Lonzo out there. Josh Hart, he can guard multiple positions as well. So let's see what's next. D'Angelo Russell. Now I definitely like this trade a lot. Pairing him next to Markelle Fultz, it gives them a lot of shooting out there. Now they're gonna have Fournier and D'Lo out there shooting the ball, along with Vucevic, who kind of spread it. Jonathan Isaac, 3-pointers okay. Their only weakness in 3 would be Markelle Fultz. But when you have someone that could score like D'Lo and distribute like D'Lo, along with Markelle Fultz, Vucevic playmaking as well, that makes a pretty good weapon for the Magic. Again, they definitely need a lot of scoring. D'Lo gives them scoring and 3-point shooting. In my opinion, it would work out better than the DeRozan trade, just for the fact that D'Lo can shoot. On the Golden State side of things, again, Aaron Gordon plays the same position as Draymond Green, unless you want to play Aaron Gordon at the 3, which I don't know if it'll work out. Maybe you want to play Draymond at the 5, bring Aaron Gordon off the bench. I'm not really sure, but at least the Warriors get another nice young piece in Aaron Gordon. Maybe they'll make another trade eventually again. You never know. They do have that. They're going to have a high overall pick, so maybe they could just package the pick and Aaron Gordon into something nice. Let's see. Next up, number 4 and last one, CJ McCollum. Yeah, again, just a lot like D'Lo. He can shoot. guard right next to Markelle Fultz. He can create for his own. He can create a little bit for others. Not a bad defender. He's averaging a career high in blocks, I think. It's almost one a game. It's nothing crazy, but for CJ McCollum, that's pretty good. Almost a steal a game as well. So he's shown improvements defensively. He's shown improvements creating for players. And I think on the Magic, where he'd be the #1 perimeter threat, instead of having to share the perimeter shots with Dame, he might really thrive over there, especially having to play pick and roll with Vucevic. Late game situation, the ball will probably always be in his hands. Pick and roll with Vucevic, pick and roll with Isaac, whoever's hot really, and just create and just let the game flow through him. And I think that would really benefit CJ. Now, on the Portland side of things, I'm not so sure why they would do it, unless they really feel like they're not making the playoffs this year, which I don't think so, because they did trade for Trevor Ariza. But again, it did also lower their luxury tax a little bit. But I don't know. If Portland feels like they're not going to make the playoffs, then maybe it is time to finally break up CJ and Dame. And I don't think you trade Damian Lillard no matter what. So CJ would probably just be the odd man out in that situation. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at least this way they get a nice young player to rebuild in next to Damian Lillard all over again. And they have Nurkic coming back later this year or next year, if anything. Now, my favorite trade out of all of these, it would probably be the D'Angelo Russell one. I just think that he checks a lot of boxes for them. He's not undersized. He's pretty tall for a point guard, shooting guard. He can create, distribute, score, make his own play, much like CJ, much like DeRozan. It's just between CJ and D'Lo, I just feel like they're both very good, capable shooters. D'Lo just can create better than all of them. He can shoot just as well as CJ. CJ is probably a better shooter though. And he could score just as good as the both of them. So I just think D'Lo checks a lot of boxes for them, and he'd probably be a nicer fit next to Markelle Fultz than DeRozan would. And again, if this is your first time here and you like the video or just NBA related content in general, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. See you soon.